Hmm.
Welcome to TFR in Hungary, round 14, season 4, and we will be getting under the way in Hungary to see how well these drivers will get on. Yay.
Did you just say under the way?
Yes, don't ask.
So even though I didn't do the intro, I'll be the main commentator since I have control of the cameras.
Yes,
And I
I'll
obviously avoid
just,
Mr. Secondary over here.
yeah, I'll be watching
As I
very
get all of the
closely.
things set up.
I said hungry foot twice. I should have said it at the last bit, not first, because I said hungry.
Probably.
God damn.
Do me a favour, go on the stream and tell if my game volume's alright when we get someone who comes out the pits.
I'll load up it on my laptop.
Just so I know roughly how it sounds. Only when someone comes out the pits, though. Red Bull's coming out. Let's find out who that is.
Sorry.
Both Red Bulls. Must have some... I'm not going to make that joke. Both Red Bulls and both AlphaTauris. Wow.
Oh, that's
Right.
literally the JRT lineup right there. Alpha Tower and
I
Red
don't
Bull.
care, shut up.
You're salty.
Right, tell me, can you hear it?
I'm loading.
Oh, I'm going to turn it up a bit anyway because I can barely hear it.
Uh, there's thermal F1 racing is not live yet, according to this.
Yes it is.
Well, it's taking its time to load.
Give it a minute.
Yeah.
Give it a few minutes. To
Well,
watch all of the outlap drivers as they make their way through spin curb.
Corey will be first to set his lap, and then who's that behind him?
That would be Rapid. Yeah, that would be Rapid, yes.
Yes.
I thought I might as well mention today we have a few lineup switches for some of the teams. Well, because the usual driver Joe Loke can't make it for Alfa Romeo, and I believe Golden can't make it either. Okay, I didn't know that.
That is Raven Bass Branch, who will be.
Bass has been. Shut your face. Bass has been promoted from Renault into Alfa Romeo for this one race, and Rev Caterpillar has been officially resigned. Yes, resigned. Has been officially signed as Alfa Romeo's reserve driver, with Charlie 106 TT keeping his role at Renault.
Once we get underway, Corey.
We'll go on board with Corey to see a nice, clean, smooth lap. I'll hide the HUD and everything.
He's executing these corners perfectly right at this moment, and these corners here you can get easy invalidation, so you want to do this smooth as quickly as you can, and he's done that perfectly. And you'll be careful there because you can easily touch there and you'll spin. It's literally death trap. Who the hell is Dr. Palcorn?
It's Luca, McLaren strategist, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
As Corey takes it all through Sector 2 now, taking it through the turns of the names I do not know. As he comes up to the end of Sector 2 through the fast right-hander down the straight, taking purple. He's first on a lap, ignore that. As he's now going down into a area of the track where you can quite easily lose the rear end. Not the hardest thing to do. As he rounds the final corner now to set a 1 minute.
I've just pulled up the
14 flat. 1 minute 14 flat.
That is very nice. Let's see what Rapid sets. Oh, Rapid's invalidated. Who's next?
That's nothing.
That was
Oh,
Rev.
Red Hook spun.
Rev, a 14-1.
No. Right, well, that's good. Red Hook spun out of the fight, and he nearly blocked Tadpole on his lap. Then got 14-6.
Zoga coming around the last corner. He'll be setting a 15 flat.
Oh, that's Red Hook set 27. Okay. Zoga seems very happy. I believe this is his home Grand Prix. I'm not too sure though.
JD with a 13-8, setting the fastest lap for pole. Finn with the 15-2.
Very good from him. Very good from Finn as well. For his debut in, well, his Mercedes debut. It's not his F1 debut, as you probably.
But Rapid is now on his lap. Well, Spence.
Oh, Spence taking the fast lap, racing point 1, 2, and Q1.
Spun.
Off of, yeah. That's an easy spin, please. As we will go on board with Z-Man, who is on an outlap, so we're not going to go on board with
Well,
Z-Man.
Sam is on the lap.
Go on board with Sam, who's starting a lap now. Yep, we'll stay on board, like fully on board with him for the entire lap.
Into turn 1.
As he takes it through. Shut up.
Ooh.
Through turn 1 smooth.
Ooh.
A big lock of the
rare
rear end
there.
there, down into turn 2. Takes turn 2, 3rd gear up to 4th gear very fast. Takes that as tight as possible, doesn't run wide, avoids the invalidation, but will he avoid the validation up here through turn 5? Takes a purple sector 1, avoids invalidation. Going into turn 6 now. Avoids the curb, which is very smart. Goes into the chicane.
Oh, rain!
It's raining.
Rain!
Okay. So it looks like we'll have some rain into Q, whatever Q session.
Q2's next.
That one. As he comes through the final turns of Sector 2, he's already losing grip there. Look at that, the rain. Purple Sector 2 though. As he comes around the final few corners now, going down into the corner where it's very easy to lock up or lose the rear end. Escapes it with pretty much no issue, takes the final corner now. And opens his DRS up wide and sets a 1:14.4.
You want to turn your game sound down, because I've just opened stream, it's a bit too loud. Just by a little bit.
Game sounds loud?
Yes, sir.
One sec.
It's loud, but I can hear you, but still.
Corey
has retired.
Thankfully only into the pit lane.
Alright, that's better.
What, game sounds good now?
Yep. Spence retired.
Again in the pit lane, Tadpole going out to see if he can improve his lap, but it's very unlikely in the rain.
Rapid. All these people have to settle that now because
it's going to be very hard to set good lap times now with the damp track. I'm not going to go on board with Red Hawk, who's got the gear glitch. Now watch the Mercedes. We will now watch Z finishing his. No, he's invalid.
Oh,
every time I want to watch someone. Phone, shut up, phone. Phone, shut up, thank you.
what have I done? Rapid is now on a lap. We want to get this lap in quick because it's raining.
I'm just quickly changing the volume again because I've now been told it's too quiet. As we have Rapid going through Sector 1 now, just up to Sector 2, about to take the nearly flat left, sorry, how's that right, brain? As he now goes into the chicane of, I said that so oddly, into the chicane of Sector 2, exits very nicely. And rounding these few corners, looks like the rain's not really affecting him much, it might not be that bad. The track's just soaking it up. Stop watching the stream, I can hear it twice. He has gone a bit faster on his lap, I believe. I think I just missed that.
Nice. Yeah.
Takes it into the turn, you can lock it up very easily, the penultimate corner.
But he uses ABS, so he won't be locking up anytime soon.
But we don't talk about people's assists. Goes around the final turn and crosses the line to do a
15 flat.
Only good enough for P12. What? So currently on the edge of elimination is Red Hawk. I'm gonna do something a minute. Because something. That's the other AlphaTauri invalid on their lap. As we watch the Haas of Crispy on a lap now, going through turn 1, taking it very cautiously. He's not activated his DRS, so he's probably not on a lap.
Finn is trying to set a better lap here. Purple Sector 2 according to this. He's
True or not, we will never find out, but
he can lock up really easy here and slide. And he's executed that lovely. Come around the last corner, you wanna hug that as tight as you can into third gear. Around the last corner on the main straight. Does he improve?
Fast enough for P3. Yeah, P13. So he
13.
hasn't improved.
Not improved.
But he is safe.
It is Red Hawk, Crispy, and Barker that are not
And
safe.
I believe he will stay safe for the entire race now because, well, no, Red Hawk's kind of safe. He's on the edge of death.
On the edge of glory.
Bass here in the Alfa Romeo going out on a lap. Let's watch him, see his lines and stuff. No, let's not go on board like that because that camera view is horrible. Let's just stay off board the entire lap. I believe the rain is slowly stopping now. He is just over a tenth down on his time. Goes through the auto spin turn. There's always an auto spin curve, isn't there, around every track?
It's destined.
Takes the chicane quite nicely.
Not really, not on the...
There's the Ferrari there in the back. Let's watch the Ferrari finish his lap.
Barker.
I've had very bad luck with this driver when I've been racing against him, but
I think you just get a bit too scared of him, let's be real. And then
I get scared of all the drivers at this point.
locking up is not very nice. That's where you can lock up a lot. And he's not done that. And he's done that very nicely.
As I believe Bass has aborted his lap and pit. As Barker is going to set a 1:14.9.
Oh!
Pushes Red Hawk out of the... Red Hawk needs to improve now by a good second to get into Q2. I don't think Q2 is going to be dry either. I'll try and get a forecast from one of the drivers.
If the drivers would respond.
Right, as we're still on board with Barker, but there's no point. He has done his... Rapid has retired in the pit lane, knowing he cannot go any faster.
There's no point.
Red Hawk is on his outlap now. He's about to start his lap, so we will follow him on the entire lap.
Wait, who?
Red Hawk, as he starts his lap now. Takes the run into turn 1 quite nicely. Goes... Gone, you can do this one.
Activating DRS, and now he will be braking after the 50 brake board. Pushing wide there to get as much speed as he can. Coming up to the corner where you can invalidate easily. He'll carry as much speed through there. He's braking a bit early and... Oh, and he's spun! Well, not spun, but he's lost his end plate for his wing. That is not helpful. He has 5 minutes. Do you think he'll stay out?
Yeah.
It looks like the rain is...
There's no point.
Yep, the rain is getting heavier, as I can see.
So, as I've received the weather forecast from the FIA weather people, definitely, it's light rain throughout the entire entire of Q2 and 3 now.
That's gonna... The laps are gonna be really different to what has been...
I believe we might have intermediates from 2 onwards.
What about the race?
Race is sunny.
Sun. Dry. This looks like everyone will be retiring now. Crispy's on the lap. I don't know what he's trying to do because he won't be improving.
Just testing his luck, I think. Which is fair enough, you can't blame him.
His luck is very low.
He is down by 7 tenths.
Yeah, everyone's retiring.
His drivers are now realising they can't get a faster lap.
I'd just say go
Crispy can't retire on track, or Ollie will, or whoever.
Oh my, he's still staring out. He's trying to...
I think he's getting practice. I know he doesn't practice too much, so I think that's just his practice.
Well, he set a 16.
Which is kind of irritating for us.
Well, Red Hawk has been pushed down to P17.
They're both out either way. Unless Red Hawk decides to go again. So I suppose whilst we've just got the gameplay of a Haas driving around the track, talk about real life F1, because why not?
Well, in my opinion, Red Bull's looking very strong. Perez, P1 today in pre-season testing. So I feel like Red Bull have a good chance in battling.
Of at least a constructors fight this year.
Yeah, literally Mercedes been sandbagging, not showing any pace. They're just not going out.
I personally, they've sandbagged most years, but I personally believe this year's a genuine. They're struggling because Hamilton's was really struggling on many of his laps,
Well, that's
where
Bahrain.
we
It's
even saw him spin
pre-season
out of the
testing.
final corner. Yeah, but on day 3 when the track's like get as good as it's gonna get in testing, it's like you wouldn't expect drivers as skilled as Lewis Hamilton to make as many mistakes as he has.
They said stop hiding the UI on the stream, so press Y.
I just hit it so you had nice watching of a car go around, but sure.
Oh. Ollie's complaining. It's fine. Yeah, everyone looks like.
Tadpole's still not retired. Red Hawk's attempting to set another. Will be attempting to set another lap.
I don't think he will improve. To be honest.
Of course not.
Well, he'll try.
No
we'll
one's going to
see.
Improve now. Not even Corey will improve now.
And he's spun. He's he's bottled his chances.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he just retired. It's just Tadpole to
on
retire.
track, which is that's gonna cost AlphaTauri, I think. Because I don't think they're allowed to retire on track in quali, are they? Now we're just waiting for the Red Bull to retire.
I've had some information from Luca. He has a custom lid for his home GP, which is there in Hungary. So shout out to Z-Man.
So Z-Man, we'll see if we can get a view on that during the race.
Well, this is what is in Q1. We have Spence P1, JD P2, Wheeze P3, Corey P4, Rev P5, Sam P6, Z-Man P7, Tadpole P8, Charlie P9, Barker P10, White P11, Zoga P12, Rapid P13, Finn P14, Bass Branch in P15, and then you have your knocked out, which is Crispy and Red Hawk.
Now we look for a pretty exciting rest of qualifying, as we have been told it should be raining for the rest. Whether or not it will be intermediate or fully dry tyres with a wet race, wet quali.
Make sure to get on board with Z-Man.
It's still raining. Yep, so we are going to have I believe a dry quali. Because they are all on softs and mediums at the moment. So just when we get on board with Z-Man, I will turn off the UI just so we can get a quick look at his lid, and then
We'll click
I'll
off.
turn it straight back on for the people who enjoy the UI.
Cough cough Ollie.
We have both Red Bulls pulling out of the pit lane,
Of
the
course.
Racing Points pulling out of the pit lane.
Z-Man is now out of the pit. Let's have a look at his lid.
I'm just trying to get on board with him. As you've just got a nice little view of it there, but we'll get on board now. But it's not letting me. Oh, it's the camera set. My camera settings are too
You're gonna have to
forwards
push
for
it backwards.
Give me a second, whilst no one's on a lap. Since I don't care about my camera settings too much anymore.
We've got to do this for Z-Man. Make effort for Z-Man.
I don't think I can.
You can't.
What's wrong?
Not in spectating.
Don't worry then.
Oh,
I won't get this
White
effort
is on Inters.
for. As you can, we'll get the Z-Man's lid there whilst we're going around really quick. And there you go. There's all the looks you need. Sweet. Right, yeah, White on Inters. This could be an interesting strategy from him.
Indeed.
Could go 10 times faster than the rest of the field. We don't. The Mercs are very close together. He's gone full. Bass has gone full wets. Sure.
Questionable.
I don't personally think that's going to get him anywhere, but you know. Oh, he's gone to softs now. As we have Rapid starting his lap, so we will stick on board with him for the entire TF lap, or we can go between all the cars since there's enough to go around all the corners.
Rapid. Hugging the corner. We
see how his rival Rev behind him takes it. Also very nice. Racing
Rapid
points behind him.
is not invalidating. Very nice. On the auto spin corner, will he spin? No, right, but he's hugging it and he's getting maximum speed out there into the chicane. Executed that lovely. Now going into the, I'm just gonna call them the S's because I don't even know the names of them, but he's doing it
basically what they are.
Pretty nicely. Not trying to invalidate there. He's done that nicely. Executed that lovely there. Now onto the spin of this corner, and he's not spinning, and he's done that very well. Maximising the track. Now getting a good launch, but on straight. And that's will give him a 17.2. That was a very nice lap. We'll see how... Oh, JD with a 17 flat. And Spence with a... Oh, Corey with a 16.3. There's a big one right there.
Very good performances from all of them.
Red Bull probably hands down will win this constructors for TFR.
So I've looked at the corner names. Turn 4 is called Nigel Mansell and turn 11 is called John O'Lacey.
Well, I'm not gonna say Nigel and whatever that other one was.
Going through Nigel, penetrating Nigel Mansell. That's gone too far.
Oh dear. Oh no. DJ.
I was gonna say cut that.
I've clipped that on Twitch. You're welcome.
Someone's round. Is that Corey? No, he was going slow. He wasn't round. Wait, Tadpole stopped? Tadpole's just stopped. The rain does look like to be getting heavier now. Charlie is invalid. We go on board with JRT White, who's invalid. Bass Branch, who's on his lap now. You not have that clipped. As Bass takes that very fast, not invalidating. I was expecting an invalidation with how much over the curb it looked like he went. The Sector 2 chicane very nicely. Going through John O'Lacey.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
And about to end Sector 2 now.
Who are we on board with?
Oh, boy, you just posted that. Okay,
cool. You brought this on upon yourself.
Well, it had to be said, really didn't. Definitely didn't mean it. As Bass crosses the line now to do a fifth place, I can't see the time.
17.2.
There you go, 17.2. I couldn't see the times. Tough.
Who needs to set a lap is JRT White, but he's still on inters. Oh, he's on medium soft side. Z-Man.
Because of his lid, we better get him some show, considering it's his home race. And when Zoger does a lap, we'll get him some show as well. I think it's Zoger's home race. Probably, I don't know. Z-Man locks up looked like quite heavily through there.
He's going into the pits.
And he goes into the pits.
I hate this pit lane for Hungary.
It's just too long. As Zoger there on his outlap.
Looks
like he's also got a lid for the Hungaroring.
Get him all the attention. Smile and wave. Looks like Bass Branch is just, he's ditched his lap.
He just did a lap.
Finn, he's gone in pits. White.
I will continue watching Zoger on his outline.
White is on a lap.
No, he's not. It's ERS is disabled.
Is it? Alright.
Got the so So we'll go back to Zoga and watch his lap since, you know, home race and all. We might.
Got to do it all for Zoga.
I would do the same for Z-Man when he next sets a lap.
What's Q3 looking like? Is that rain?
Yep, rain full quali. Is that Z-Man going out on an outlap now? Yes, it is. So we're going to have to watch Zoga's full lap, and then we're going to watch Z-Man's lap as well.
With his lid as well.
Just purely because of
he's
I
going
wouldn't
in.
watch it for any other reason.
Zoga's going in pits, so...
Oh, Zoga, you're so irritating.
Man just wants to show
One of the
his
racing
lid.
points. I'm just going to do one of the racing points a minute. That's Rapid retiring in the pit lane, as also leaves the pits now. As JD takes turn 1 very nicely, going down into turn 3 or 2, one of the, I don't know. Going through now down to turn 4. Now taking it very nice and quick on the exit down to turn 5. It's very nice through Nigel Mansell. Auto spin curb just avoids it. Goes towards the chicane. I couldn't figure out where we were then.
Not Nigel.
Going to be on the edge here. And we've already gone through Nigel. Gone through John O'Lacey now. As we're going through Sector 2, it's fine, they make these sorts of jokes in Sky, don't they?
Yeah.
As he invalidates.
Well, it looks like people are starting to retire because they know they can't put any more laps in, so...
Z-Man has now begun his lap. So we will go on board with the hometown runner here.
The man himself.
The 2-time TFR champion.
Will he do it this season? That's the my
Not in the championship fight, so no. Simple answer there. Spence could easily do a soft time and do quite well here. He's on the mediums and he's done a 118.1.
No, I've just
and
gone...
going through... Go ahead.
Nigel?
John O'Lacey.
Such a stupid name to say. Like, who came up with the names of calling these corners? Oh,
Who wanted to call the straight in Silverstone the Hamilton straight? Like,
I mean, he is a goat, let's be real, but he's washed now. Where do you think McLaren in real F1?
P3 Constructors.
If Mercedes, what do you think of Mercedes?
P3 Constructors, job. Daniel Ricciardo podium race 1, done.
Ricciardo is
oh, Z-Man's improved to P10.
Yes, and he's pushing Spence and Weeze and White out.
And he is going still. He is still on a lap, so he is risking everything here.
Well, White
will stick on board for this lap too.
Setting a lap.
As he is down by 1/10 through Sector 1, so the rain must... it's either the tyre wear or the rain.
I have got some news from the FIA that it's going to be Inter's Q3. Totally.
Doesn't look like Inter's Q3, does it, to be fair, though?
It is a possible of Inter's in
It's possible,
Q3.
yeah, but...
I wonder...
As Z-Man now goes through Sector 2, he is a 10th up. Well, I say a 10th, he's a quarter of a 10th up on his time. Apparently it was purple, but purple Sector 2, but goes through the lock-up turn now. Goes up to the final corner, takes it very tightly through the final turn. Gets a slingshot of an exit and nearly invalidates and crosses the line to go a 10th quicker, and it's still not fast enough to keep him. As Weeze has pushed him out of the top 10 now, which is very mean for a teammate to do.
Not nice.
And Z-Man won't get to set another lap now, I believe.
He was improving, but do you think...
He did improve fully.
Will
So
Rev
who's
be
on a
knocked
lap?
out after
JRT
main
White.
question?
Spence is starting a lap. JRT White is about to finish his lap. He's a 10th up on his time, but it's a second slower than Z-Man, so it won't even get him through. as he doesn't move any positions. So, not Z-Man, I'm not watching Z-Man again. As we now have Spence about to go towards Nigel Mansell, and he invalidates.
White
That is
is on the
Nigel
lap.
Mansell. No, he's not, he just finished a lap.
Well, he's still going. So.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Let's stick on board for this then.
Exactly.
As... Oh, I've been calling Jean Alesi the wrong turn. Oops.
Which one's David then?
So this isn't John Alesi. This isn't John Alesi.
Ask David.
This isn't John Alesi. This is John Alesi.
I'll just stop. We don't care. We're just calling the S's, okay?
No, the last turn at the S's onto the straight is John Alesi, and then turn 4, the flat one, the pretty much flat one, is Nigel Mansell. Happy.
Well, he's gone in pits.
Who is on a lap? His teammate of Barker was on a lap, but it looks like he's stopped as Charlie retires on track. It's going to cost Joe some money. As Z-Man cuts the chicane.
Well, Joe's rich, so that's fine. He can get some ad revenue for his F4 driving. Z-Man still out on the track.
Yeah, but he will be boxing. So we might as well bring you some facts here whilst we wait for Q3. The first ever F1 Hungary race was held in 1986.
Charlie has done well. Charlie winning 60T, hanging in on there.
Getting into P8 on Q2, so you'll be in the top 10 shootout. And also another fact about this very boring track is it's 4.381 kilometers long. And it's the 3rd shortest circuit on the F1 calendar and the 2nd slowest after Monaco. Ah, nice to know. Never knew that. And it has only rained in a race 3 times. In 2006, 2011, 2014. Oh, look at the rain now, it's quite picked up. So, it's the rain, it's 2006, 2011, 2014, and the 2020 IRL race began in damp conditions. I know nobody cares about these facts, but you're still going to hear them. So, as we now have your this will be your runners in Q3 with Corey in P1, in light P1 for Q2, Sam P2, JD P3, Red Bull, that's his name. His name is Red Bull. I'm just gonna stop there. That's your Q3 drivers, there you go. There's the ones who are gonna be in Q3. See, I did it at some point, I got there.
You got there, finally. No penetrating in David.
Shut up. It's been a while since I got into commentating F1, right?
Yes.
So here we are in Q3. We will get the details up. It looks like all drivers will be on dry tyres at the moment. Currently the Ferraris, the Red Bulls, and one of the Mercedes exit the pits. And an AlphaTauri and a Renault, all the drivers, apart from the Alfa Romeo, are leaving the pit lane. I believe this is Bass's 2nd or 3rd Q3 appearance. And I believe Corey has appeared in Q3 in every race since Monaco. every race other than Monaco, as now every driver is on track. So we will go on board with the driver in the front of all of this to watch the rest of the grid just drive around the track. This is some very nice driving in on the Q3 outbounds, I must say. It's quite nice seeing all the cars together. As we will go on board with JD now, as neither of the Hungarians are in the Q3 shootout. So we'll watch JD start and finish his lap, and then we will watch all the other drivers appear across the line. Right then, as JD starts his lap, Tadpole close behind, Corey close behind, and then Charlie also behind him. Very close laps to begin. JD goes into turn 2 now very nicely. Keeps it quite on a tight line. Goes down to turn 3. Very nice line again. Goes up to Nigel Mansell, which is turn 4, so I'll just call it turn 4 because it's easier than. Goes through turn 4 quite quickly. Turn 5 now, auto spin curb, keeps it very nice and tight. Going into the chicane of turn 6 and 7. Yeah, turn 6 and 7. Touching the grass a little bit there as he goes through the S's.
I was on mute the entire time.
Makes his way to John Lacey. Goes down the straight. Setting a purple sector 2, but that's taken pretty quickly by the other drivers. Now goes down to the penultimate corner to set his to finish his lap. Goes up to the final corner now, rounds the final corner, takes it very nice and tight, and that's a 120.23 as Tadpole does a 120 something 3, a 123.1, and Corey sets a 122.1. Rapid setting a 123.9, Rev a 122.6, Barker 123.1, Sam cancelling his lap, Wheeze cancelling his lap, Bass coming round the turn, final turn now, do a 123.8. Very good from him.
Just
watch the two Red Bulls drive together, because why not?
It just shows that the rain can affect your softs easily. Just the pace in general has just gone. It was from 14s to 17s to now 20s. So
yes, dropped by 10 seconds over 2 sessions in the sessions where it's supposed to get faster. So any drivers that are about to start laps, Wheeze is on his lap, so we will go on board with Wheeze. So it's very hard then. I don't like it when all the drivers are finishing laps at the same time. Trying to keep up with the timing. So we should be on track here for a top 3, hopefully a front row for him. As he makes his run down to the penultimate turn. And now makes his run up to the final turn. Will he take it nice and tight or nice and wide? Will he want the slingshot exit? He goes for the slingshot exit. Runs a bit wide, but not wide enough to run off. And he sets a 122.6, not taking the top 3. He's starting on the second row of the grid currently.
Rev is has done very well
in his debut for Alfa Romeo.
22.6, putting himself in P3 currently.
We have TTM Sam on an outlap now, but Rapid, I believe, on a lap. No, he's not. He's turned his DRS off. DRS, not DRS. As we now follow on with Sam on his outlap.
Who's I gonna message? I was gonna message someone. There we go.
I don't know, and stream doesn't either. Just saying. As Sam now begins his lap, making the run into turn 1. Ooh, my throat hurts. God. It's only been Q3, Jesus Christ, I've got a bad throat already. We watch Sam going on his lap now, he's about to set a decent sector 1 time, didn't invalidate, very good on him. As the Ferrari spins on the auto spin curb, Sam has to avoid the ghosted car. Loses a bit of time on the exit there. Takes the chicane very slowly because of the rain. Puts the power down, loses some time again because his rear end just isn't happy with this. Like the IRL Mercedes rear end. And he's done a minute. His up to sector 2 has done a minute, so it's Corey opting inters right now. He's retired. He chucked him on and then thought, nah, I'm safe. Fair enough.
I don't think anyone will beat his time anytime soon.
Wheeze is esports though, isn't he? So esports level, so he's got a chance. Sam only quick enough for P9. As we now watch Charlie, who is
Also, debut
gonna be
for Renault.
No, it's not.
Was it not? No.
Britain was.
Yeah, Britain. Well, I didn't see Britain.
Because I last raced in Austria, so he raced in Britain. I raced for AlphaTauri in Britain.
Oh!
Clip the stream. Clip the stream.
I just clicked on my Xbox.
Clip the stream. I caught that all on stream.
Don't worry, I clipped it on my Xbox.
See, if this... Yeah, but still clip the stream. And send the clip after.
Don't want
So if this was IRL, the session would have just been red flagged, considering he went over the tyre barrier.
Well, in TFR we do things differently.
No, in F1 2020, which is a Codemasters game, we do things differently.
Yes.
As JD is invalid on his lap, but he will be about to start.
Well,
no, he's not. He's going to the pit lane.
I can't clip. It's...
Did you get... As long as you clipped on your Xbox, I don't care.
Yes, that's what I said. I'll clip on my Xbox. It's accessible. Way more easier.
As DRS has been disabled, there you go, it's now intermediate weather conditions. So none of the soft runners will be able to set faster laps now, but Weeze is still going to try his luck.
Well, he is esports material, so it is a possible chance.
Might be esports material, but still... no way that he's going to improve on his time now. It's intermediate conditions and DRS has been fully disabled. He's not going to retire on track to save Phil some money. When you're typing, mute your mic, you can hear it.
Sorry, was it really loud?
So Wheeze, there you go, he's not on a lap, but this is... Still, he's gonna go into the pit and retire now. I'd hope, anyway.
What?
In the TFR Discord general chat, Corey's just said, think Weeze might take pole here, this lap looks insane.
I strongly agree.
And Weeze and Barker shall now retire.
By typing loud.
Yeah, you are typing loud.
Help it. It's a keyboard.
Then mute your mic. So is Barker going to retire, or is he just going to force us to sit here?
Its commentary is a very
Boring thing. There we go, right.
well. I'll read this out because I'm
Okay.
Corey, whatever. P1, GRT, JD, P2, Rev P4, 3, sorry, Wheeze P4, Barker P5, Tadpole P6, Bass P7, Rapid P8, Sam P9, and Charlie in P10. So that rounds off your front top 10 grid for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Hungarian.
Shut. I have dyslexia. Okay.
So do I.
Well.
Yeah, Bass, no. I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Yeah, Bass, we cannot say that. Bass, that is against our rules.
There you go. Alex was beep. Oh, there you go. Bass happy.
Well,
He'll
it
be off
is
the dry
a
race.
dry race. Do you want to do the lights out or?
Yeah, of course I do.
So
also, just as I don't know if it got in F2 yesterday. I don't know if it was, if any tribute was paid to what's his Murray Walker. There you go.
No beep. There you go.
So yeah, I don't think any tribute was paid to Murray Walker yesterday. The former Formula One commentator, the life of F1, who commentated for F1 between 1976 and 1966 for BBC and for ITV between 1997 and 2001.
Respect to. I forgot his name.
Sadly,
I look really bad.
Sadly, yesterday he died. I'm not sure why. I haven't looked too much into it, but
Well, we all send his hopes to him, and he has been a great commentator. But as the race starts, here you go.
this isn't the race start.
I'll
So the predicted pit stop strategy here is a 2-stop soft, medium, mediums. And remember from, I believe tire wear is quite high along with tire temps as well. Might be wrong. But
Oh, the back mark is all on mediums. Spence on hards, and P5 Barker is on mediums. That's really interesting strategy. Corey.
from hards he'll be attempting a 1.
Will obviously be pushing as hard as he can on them softs to gain a big enough of a gap, of course.
So from what I have been told by an unknown source, is believed that Corey will 1-stop this race.
Cough cough. AMS.
No, you're not supposed to give away our sources. That's kind of the point.
AMS Square is all in general chat. Be free to join and
Stream can't hear. Hello, can they? So as Corey here doing a Kimi Räikkönen, not heating his tyres up in the slightest.
Corey doing some tricky drift
Oh, there
fire.
we go. Ah, of course. It wouldn't be a TFR formation lap without some. 35 laps of this Hungarian Grand Prix, so I believe this is one of the longest lapped races, but technically also it's the same amount as a normal 50%. But the biggest number. Might be wrong.
Well, this is all
I
you.
don't know. Oh yeah, so here we go for... Okay. Get the good camera angle, please, game. Are you gonna give me... No? We'll get it in a second.
It's all up to you, my friend.
There we go. 5 red lights here in Hungary. And away we go. Corey gets away well.
Oh,
And the
Wheeze.
timing screen's messed up, so I can't tell. Wheeze isn't in P1 though.
Corey has, I think, disconnected.
Try and get him an invite back just in case. But Corey leads it through turn 1, followed by Wheeze. This is really confusing right now. I don't like the timing screen. Wheeze in P2 right now. Tadpole in P something. I'll read the positions once we've got a good understanding of everything. Oh, it's correcting. Sorting itself out. There we go. Right, Corey still leading away here as we go through the chicane now with Wheeze closely following behind him. JD followed behind Wheeze, Rev followed behind JD. Very nice right now watching this. As monitoring gaps right now, this is TTM Sam looking very close to making a move on Tadpole. As he will have picked up warnings there. Apparently there's blue flags, but you know. As you'll see there, Rev has underfueled the car, as you can see with the thing in the bottom. Don't know if anyone cares, but as there is a nice on-track battle here as the Mercedes loses the rear end on lap 1. Quite a bit of action here. Spence dropping down to 11 on the hards.
I've not spoken
TTM
once.
Sam, I don't care. As TTM Sam, I believe, has DRS is enabled? What? Okay.
Sam has done brilliantly.
Barker in the pits. Onto the medium compound tyres. Sorry to cut you off again. And that's Red Hawk round. Or he was round. And someone else has got wing damage. And I believe that's the Haas of Crispy.
Red Hawk is not having a good time currently. And he spun again and lost his wing.
That's the hot tyres for you.
He's fully lost it.
That's his race over unless he gets a safety car.
Fin piece 15.
Yep. As we go through the car order here, Sam is now pulling away from Rapid, trying to catch back up to Tadpole, but Sam has picked up a 3-second time penalty for track extending.
And he's sideways.
Whoa! That was a
and
he's lost most of his wing.
Oh, has he retired?
Still in. He's still in. That's the commentator's curse for you.
Well, Rapid has been promoted to P6. He's going to have to catch up to the front row, which is Tadpole. Tadpole's very, he's getting close to Rev, but Rev is pushing as far as he can to catch up to JD. And,
yes, as JRT White looking like he might be able to make a move on Crispy into turn 1 too far back, though. TTM Sam has retired in the pit lane. Oh, he hit the pit. Oh no, he hit the pit wall. That's embarrassing.
Respects go out to
God.
Sam. Have a good life. Oh,
as Red Hawk has picked up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
AlphaTauri's not having a good one. Rapid's gonna have to
Oh, there's Charlie and Z-Man here fighting here through the lockup corner. Z-Man, the hometown hero, hoping to keep ahead right now. As we go into the chicane, Z-Man stays ahead currently, but
he's got some good pace out of them corners there.
As JRT White and Zoger swap positions, White gets back around the outside and then has the inside line, but Zoger's going to fight it back around the outside and now to the inside. And Zoger has lost out on the position, but Crispy lost the rear end and he is
retired. Is that a safety
out of this race.
It's
that
just
is a
safety car,
full safety car.
This can Red Hawk
I
by
told
a
you.
lot.
I said it might happen. Right, so as we will now watch the cars all bunch up. Just as they got DRS as well, loads of the cars are pitting. Let's see what Tadpole goes for. Tadpole has boxed for the hard compound tyres here as you'll watch him put them on. Big pit stop there. Charlie going on to the hard compound tyres as well. Rapid on the hards. Rev on the hards. All cars in the pit went to the hards, I think. Including the Mercedes. No, the Mercedes of Finn went to the mediums. Maybe he's looking for a two-stop on mediums now, but the rest of the drivers here, I don't think they're going to go to the end on hards, but we'll find out. I'm not too sure of tyre wear around here. As we run you through the grid, the current order now as of the safety car. Corey keeping P1 currently, Wheeze P2, JRTJD P3, D-Man P4, the hometown hero on the edge of a podium right now. Spence P5,
This
White
is looking...
P6, Zoger 7, Shush, Rev P8, Tadpole P9, Rapid P10, Bass P11, Charlie P12, Barker P13, Finn in P14. Well, not having currently a good debut for Mercedes, but Sam having an even worse race for Mercedes. And Red Hawk on his second race for AlphaTauri is all the way down in the back, currently trying to catch up to the queue. Watch all the drivers now lining behind the safety car.
It's be looking strong for... This could be a double podium, possibly for McLaren or RP Racing Point. Because you got Spence and JD, P3 and P5, and you got Wheeze and Z-Man, P2 and P4. Wheeze...
Oh, who's pit? Top 3 have pit, Z-Man has stayed out on his mediums.
Just...
So, Corey is gonna go for the...
hards.
Hards, yeah.
One stop
Wheeze
strat.
has also gone to the hards, I believe. No, he's gone for the mediums. Wheeze has gone for the mediums. Well, he wants to be faster than Corey, maybe pull a nice big gap and then see where it gets him. And JD has gone for the hards.
Well, Red Hawk...
This could be a good strategy here, we never know.
Let me see pens for Red Hawk. Still 5 seconds, he has not served it.
Yeah, I think he'll choose not to. He could have easily gone through it under safety car here, but... Yes, he just didn't want to. This is Z-Man leading the race now. So he will have full control over the safety car restart. When we get there in half
Corey
time.
has net P1 on them hards. It'll be... He's gonna...
No, he doesn't. Rev does.
Rev, sorry. There you go. Well, Rev has a 3-second time penalty, so that can change.
Okay, so Tadpole does then.
Yeah.
Currently, if you're looking into the future of the race, if you go by the tyre right now, it'd be Rev P1, Tadpole P2, Rapid P3. But they might fall off to the front mediums runners so quickly. Never know.
Corey's gonna have to do
It
big
just-
pushing in
We know he has the pace, so... As the safety car will be in this lap, so we will watch for Z-Man to pull us away from the final corner. The hards aren't a nice tyre to restart on, and I don't know if it's known yet, but this year, like F1 2021 onwards, like IRL, after a safety car period, they have the choice, the FIA have the choice of starting from the grid or starting off a safety car restart. Fun fact. Right, as we round the final corner now, Z-Man gets away well, but Spence is really not as close as I was expecting him to be. As White is catching, but Zoger here, the other hometown hero, in P4, one step off the podium. Tadpole, I believe he looked like he may try to make a move there on Rev. He's getting rear-ended by Rapid. As Z-Man has now pulling a gap. Wow. So much has to happen on this lap. As Bass is going... Jesus Christ, Bass just went around the outside of Rapid through turn 3. Turn 2, sorry. Very good move from Bass there. As he's just picked up a 3-second time penalty just after. Oh no. As Rev has gapped Tadpole now, so Rev will be catching the back of Zoger Gamer in the Haas, and he already just did in that one corner. He gained a 10th. And he is now catching... Yeah, he is catching quite a bit here, as we will stay on this view right now because I like this camera, as Finn is off. I would go and look, but this camera angle was very nice. See what damage Finn has got.
Finn,
No damage.
no damage. Just a big spinella.
As we go back to Rev here, who is going to deploy all that DRS and Rich down the straight to try and pass Zoger into turn 1. So we're going to go on board here, and that camera angle is horrible, so we're not going to go on.
There's no DRS.
As this would be the... he'd still get past. ERS, I said.
You said DRS.
As he goes... I said ERS, shut up. I said ERS and Rich Mix, I know what I said. As Zoger has not lost the position, but Rev is going to fight it to the outside of turn 2.
Wheel tap.
And he does not make the move, as they do touch wheels. But Rev is going to be faster on these hard compound tyres as he goes up the inside. He's going to go around the outside for turn.
And he's made it work.
Wow.
Get a great move from Rev.
There. As he's now going to be catching up JRT White as Zoger now falls down the grid order. The other hometown here are not doing so well here. As we have Z-Man now gapping Spence by 7/10, keeping it consistently there. As I say that, the gap dropped by 2/10, of course.
Zoger is not having a good time. Rev is showing all of his pace.
Very strong pace, and why he won the Super License in the Super License event.
By like, would have done it by 20 seconds if his AI didn't force pit him.
Boxing.
But
As he's gonna catch up to the sort of sister team of Ferrari here.
he's right.
And he's gonna move for the inside line for turn 1. He's a man on a mission here. Really wants to prove himself to be a full-time driver, maybe in the Alfa Romeo Academy.
Golden.
As he's gonna try and make the move around the outside, locks up quite heavily.
He has the inside. Can he do the move again? And yes, he's executed it. Now he's gonna be pushing onto Spence. Do you think
Has
he...
older compound hards. Older hard compounds. So he will catch if he's got a good pace, which I believe he does.
Shows how much...
As we... Go ahead.
It's never mind.
Okay. As Corey now gaining on the back of Rapid. No, he's not. He's gaining on the back of Barker. As they go through Jean Lacey down the straight, going into one of the final 3 corners. As he will have DRS for the next lap, but Barker will also have DRS, but it's a question of how much ERS that both drivers have. Which they both have enough, so it doesn't really matter. Looks like there's going to be a move up front as JRT Barker makes a move on Bass Branch around the outside. But Bass will have the inside for turn 1 and the DRS, but so will Barker. And Barker makes that move up the inside. Will Bass fight it back around the outside? Yes, he will. Will he make a similar move to his teammate Rev? He's not got it. Go for it. Not too slow of a driver, but too slow like on the exit, on the hards. As Corey is now making gains on both of the drivers, benefiting from their time loss. Going into the chicane now, he's all over the rear end of Bass.
But as we look at the front row, Spence is on the rear of Z-Man, and Rev is just gaining and gaining because they're battling so much. Do you think this could be a P1 for Rev and his debut?
Hopefully not, because I kind of want Z-Man as the hometown to win, but
there is a possible
could be possible.
chance. Rev is showing
But
great.
Rev has the penalty though.
That can change everything. And Corey, he's made his way to P9 all over Bass Branch. Now having
Spence. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
now all over.
No, wait, sorry. Spence is going to go up around the outside. Sorry to cut you off again. But Bass has also done a similar move. And no, Corey did a similar move. Sorry, on Bass. Spence is fighting it round the outside of now taking the inside line, and he is well ahead of Z-Man.
This just gives Rev more of a chance if they keep battling. He's just gonna catch them.
I don't think they'll keep battling now because Z-Man's tyres, he's on the mediums, they will start falling off quite soon. As Rev is rapidly catching Z-Man here.
And yeah, Rev is showing great pace on these new sets of hards against 9-lap mediums and
Oh, there's
hards.
a spin at the back.
Ooh, who's
It's
that?
Red Hawk.
Red Hawk is not having a good one today.
Another safety car here. Probably won't happen, as Rory has just made it past JRT Barker, but they are going to still be fighting all the way up into the penultimate corner.
Corey's just made
Barker
it
lets
stick,
that go.
and he's got DRS.
Oh my god, there's literally like 3mm between them now.
Literally pushing him through the corner.
But right behind them, Weeze is going to be trying to make a
Rev
move
is
on Bass.
right on Z-Man. He's gonna make it from the inside. Locking up.
That's very impressive from the two drivers here. But Z-Man keeps the position right now. Rev deploying all of his ERS. He's literally on 10% ERS.
Pushing.
This explains it.
Oh, big spin there.
Z-Man hasn't lost he's lost 8 positions, 9 to 10 positions, 11 positions.
I think
That's
Rev,
very unfortunate for the hometown hero
I
here.
think Rev has gone for a bit of a dirty move. Mara is just pushing,
It was quite risky.
closing the door on him, causing him to touch all that curb and spin. We'll have to see.
If you clip it,
Well, Z-Man will clip it and report
if
it.
he doesn't, clip it just in case.
I didn't, so don't have any room on my Xbox.
As Z-Man and Charlie now fighting into the penultimate corner, where Z-Man has locked up relatively heavily, and I am really tired and my eyes are not staying open.
Well,
As Z-Man will have DRS on Charlie now down the main straight, but Corey making a move on his teammate like you were just about to say. I am sorry again for just taking your... I'm just not letting you talk here, am I?
you're fine. Corey's looking strong, coming from P9 at the restart of the safety car, and he's made his way up through the field. This is going to be close between Corey and Rev. Spence will be losing time because he's on the older hards, but Alex...
Oh, sorry again, cutting you off completely. I'm too good at this. Charlie and Z-Man in P13 and 12, I know it's not for points, but it's still fighting nonetheless, and it's still entertainment for the 13 people watching.
Yes.
As they, through Sector 2, I don't have COVID, I tested negative. Through Sector 2, they are very close together. I'm not lying. They're very close together as they go towards John Lacey now, and they both get good exits going down the back straight, ending Sector 2. I believe Charlie has got the run on Z-Man, but no, he doesn't. He's quite far back still. So maybe down into the DRS, where Charlie will have his DRS on Z-Man, but Z-Man won't have DRS at all. We will see who keeps ahead down into turn 1.
Just like a quick update on the hard runners. Corey is on the best strategy here, on the most fresh. Oh, wing!
Contact between JD and Rapid there.
Oh.
That was very interesting between the two of them.
JLT members clashing together.
As JD looked like there, he... Whoa! Safety car. Virtual safety car.
Oh,
okay.
JLT White has retired.
Please tell me you saw what I saw.
He went inside, JD.
No, he went on top of him on my screen.
Well, Rapid was under him, and I saw a lot.
I'm not even going to describe what I saw because
Rails.
Thermal will get banned from Twitch.
Well, that's interesting for runners on the mediums. Do you think?
Oh,
no.
Sorry, back under green flag running. I didn't even realise.
I thought it was I thought it was safety car, but Corey
Nah,
is
safety
catching Rev, and Corey is on them fresher hards, so he's making time. Spencer is still holding in. There's a 3-second gap, so we'll see what Corey can do if he can close this gap between Rev and him. But further back in the field, Zoga is trying to close in on these. trying
Oh,
his.
that's the AlphaTauri of Rapid, who has just straight line to turn 1.
Today has been questionable.
Alright, sure.
Has.
You do you, Rapid, you do you. Zoger was quite slow through auto spin there. Make his way into the chicane. As Tadpole being closed in very heavily on Barker now. I'm too tired. Barker closing in very heavily. You want to talk?
Corey, as you have mentioned, he's closing in on Rev very well, and to this point, Corey looks like he might have this win. We cannot judge anything because Spence is on 14 old lap hards. Bro, that even
14 lap old hards. You're worse. I'm continuing. As Barker now opens the DRS wide on Tadpole going in towards turn 3, turn 2, that's the turn. I can't count either. As they looked quite close together, now they're not, but Bass all over the rear. No, he's not, but he was. He was all over the rear end of Zoger.
Weeze is making his way up this field. He's closing in on Barker and Tadpole. So maybe this could be a double move somewhere, maybe. Z-Man grabbing a 3-second penalty on his home round 3. I think I have
Bass again all over the rear end of Zoger. Why when I start talking does my throat hurt? Bass all over the rear end of Zoger, but Zoger is keeping it ahead. Bass dipped his tyre in the grass, but so did Zoger. They head down now to the penultimate the final 3 corners, not the penultimate 3 corners.
Red Hawk, 3 seconds.
I saw what happened on the mini-map. He pretty much cut the Nigel Mansell turn. Cut Nigel Mansell in half.
I'm gonna have a look at penalties. Corey is made
Bass.
a big lunge on Rev, having a DRS in the second sector, and that is a clean move done by Corey. Now he can push it on to Spence. Doesn't look like he's pushing anymore because he's on them 15 old lap hards.
15 lap old hards.
I keep
I'm just
saying
gonna
that.
stop you there again.
Oh, how should I say it? 15 old.
15 lap old. No, 15 old. I don't know anymore. You're confusing me.
15 lap.
15
old.
lap old hard compound tires.
Yes.
Or hard tires. Don't say
JD,
compound.
3 seconds. Penalty.
Oh. Currently, yeah, that's okay. Z-Man on 15 lap old mediums.
I'm
not sure what his strategy is.
I don't have much hope for him anymore as he got spun.
I believe he's looking to go to lap 20. Take hards to the end. But that would be stupid. You can do it now.
Do what?
Weeze is very close to the back of Barker. One stop. Very close to the back of Barker, but Barker's very close to the back of Tadpole here, so this could be a 3-way fight down to turn 1. As Barker looked for the move, didn't make the move, and Weeze is just sat back waiting for a collision to happen. But Barker now will have DRS on Tadpole down into turn 2. He looks for a move around the outside, doesn't make it, doesn't get even close enough to do that. But he is all over the back now as Tadpole defends quite nicely. And that has lost time as we just saw Rev shoot through the camera there.
Weeze is closing that gap by a lot.
Just got very nice watching of this. The closest, likely
Barker,
to move.
3-second penalty, cutting the entire chicane. This is
Why when I get off board with him does he?
He makes mistakes.
It's always when I get on and then get off. That's when it happens.
Corey,
Tadpole has slightly gapped them now.
Corey has big gapped Rev. It's now 1 second, but I think he's still in his DRS.
Your English is hilarious.
Yes.
Big gapped Rev. I messed up with your messed up sentence. Rev did not have DRS on Corey, by the way, and he won't have DRS on Corey into the second zone, and my throat's gone again. But Wheeze here
This is
making a move on Barker up the inside, making a very heavy dive bomb here. And that is a clean move up the inside. Very nice from Wheeze.
Spence is looks like he's struggling on 17 lap. Oh, it's hard.
Shut up. It's always at that section of the track you try and say it. Oh, Rev's got another 3-second time penalty.
Rev does not look like he'll be competing anymore in my eyes. Maybe throwing his.
Yeah, he's on 6 seconds of penalties now. He currently would fall back to P5 or 6. Someone in the chat can do the maths for me. Tell me what they say.
I'm not doing maths because I suck at maths.
I said someone in the chat, and then you can tell me what they say.
Maybe I'd.
Finn currently, just by keeping it clean since his spin, is in the points. Fair enough.
But that gap between Rev and Corey is just gaining. Corey is pushing really hard. He's trying to get Spence because he wants that P1.
And you can't blame him. P1 is very nice, but Wheeze now has DRS on Tadpole. He's not going to be faster down the straight as he is on the more worn tyres on the softer compound. Sorry.
It's fine.
I nearly threw up in my mouth. That's horrible. I nearly did a Mark Webber. Oh, Red Hawk has spun out of the hardest corner to spin out of. Sure, cool. He spun out of John Lacey.
If I was Red Hawk, I would just retire the car, bring it home. He's just struggling.
Could hope for a safety car here, though. That's the thing. It's always still possible.
No, not possible. It's actually.
Have you not seen how close Bass and Zoger keep getting? Trust me.
Well, I think Red Hawk is retiring.
No, we'll find out now. He is about to be lapped, so a safety car would probably ruin his race.
Yeah, I'd say retire if I was him. He's going on the hards, serving his penalty.
Yeah, let's just not watch that now.
Well, anyway, Rev has lost a lot of time to Corey. Corey is just pushing. He's soon going to be all over Spencer's gearbox. It will be interesting. Tadpole, maybe a double podium for Red Bull today.
Be very good for them in the constructors against Alfa Romeo, who are currently doing a P3 and 7. As we're for some reason on board with the Finn, yes, the Finn. The boss man.
Big boy.
As we will go on board with the 3-way 4-5-6 fight. I was going to just finish at the 3-way there, and then I thought I can't just finish that sentence, the 3-way. So as we continue on...
Finn with a 3-second time penalty. That can change a lot.
No, it can't. He's in P10.
Well, he will be out of points, maybe.
Everyone behind him has penalties.
Shut your mouth, I'm blind.
And his closest rival is 11 seconds behind him. Oh, as people have started to box now, as Barker goes onto the hard compound tyres, Bass onto the Bass onto the medium tyres.
If I was them,
Logan onto the hard tyres.
I'd definitely pit for the mediums. You can definitely get
Spence
them.
will be in for the mediums at some point soon.
But Corey...
Will Corey have to pit again?
Charlie retired! Virtual safety car.
Sadly not a full course. Would have been nice to see it all bunched up again. This could give if this stays out long enough, this could give Spence a nice pit stop here.
FIA announcement. It sounds like a a screen of a monitor turned off from a Charlie. Technology these days doesn't go well. But as we start under the VSC ending now, there's a 2 second gap between Rev and Corey.
Looks like Corey has gained time, but Weeze has gone into the pits to see what he goes for. I'd assume a set of hards. No, he's gone for another set of mediums.
He will take them to the end.
He will be faster than Corey at the end. That's a good sign for the McLaren. Finn, just through not pitting, has gone to P7.
Oh,
so
Corey!
he will have to pit soon.
3 seconds.
Spence, if Spence doesn't pit, but he has to, he's guaranteed. Spence is going to go softs.
Probably. What do you think Corey will do? I think Corey
can do the end, I think.
I would do that.
He's got good tires. He's good on his tires, I remember.
He's got big brain IQ.
Oh, Rev, he caused a yellow flag there. I don't know why. But he is now 5 seconds back from Corey.
I think Rev is just bottling his chances of a podium.
Spence still not into the pit lane here. Currently Tadpole's in virtual P2, isn't he?
I'm gonna check how much warnings Spence has.
I'm tired. Oh, sorry, that's a Red Hawk round again. Nice, Red Hawk well done. As Finn,
Spence
Weeze and Barker are very close together now. As Weeze will have the run on Finn with DRS down the straight to turn 1. Finn with very little ERS, not able to defend as Weeze easily goes around the outside. Bass setting the fastest lap of the race here with a 1:17.2. That's really unexpected from Bass.
Spence has 2 warnings.
Yeah, I think he'll be able to keep it clean though to the end. Finn has now also lost out to Barker too. Ollie will be fist pumping in his seats. As we sets the fastest sector 1, so he's going to quickly take that lap off of Bass, but you know.
Well, as this gap is closed, it just shows that them what do you call it? Them hards, the fresher hards for Corey, has just given him praise. He's pushed that gap to Spence. He's now got DRS. But he's not going to send it. He's going to play it really safe into this first corner.
I think he's just looking after his tyres now. We saw this in Austria where he was toying with Golden. And he sort of stuck behind, well, I wouldn't say he's toying, but he was just sticking behind, not even risking a move.
Spence touched the grass there. Weeze, fastest time, 16.7.
By a second.
Rapids rage quit.
He was DNF'd ages ago.
I know,
He
but
DNF'd on lap 9. As we currently have no on-track fights apart from this one, so we're just going to stick with this.
it doesn't look like Tadpole is gaining on Rev. Rev has that pace. And he's proving that he deserves a seat at Alfa Romeo. But we'll see.
He'll never get the Alfa Romeo seat, I'm putting it that way.
Yeah.
I can see him getting a Renault seat, not an Alfa seat.
Who's the second Renault driver? We've got Charlie and
Charlie. Charlie's the second driver.
Who's the
Bass is the first driver. Because Charlie replaced me, so Charlie's the second driver.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Well, Corey doesn't want to make a move. He's just saving his.
He's just biding by his time here. He did this in Austria, like I said a lap ago. He didn't risk any tyre wear making a move or anything. He just stuck quite nicely with Golden.
But I would, if I was Corey, I would get past Spence because Spence does not have a 3-second time penalty.
Spence has to pit again, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He hasn't pit yet.
Yeah, but will Spence pit? That's the problem.
He has to. He hasn't pit once yet.
So he's just saving his DRS. ERS.
He does have to at least. He's going to pit for softs. I know he'll pit for softs. taking these hards quite a long time. Although Corey might have to pit again, you know, because he is only 4 lap younger hards. Depends when Spence pits. If Spence pits in 2 laps time, then Corey will pit. I think. No, he won't. He might. 10 laps to go. Or 9 laps to go.
True. Looks like Spencer's keeping it clean, not trying to grab the penalty.
Which is fair enough to him, biding his time on his very worn tyres now. If we go on board with him, if you can't really see it unless I turn off the UI, but you can sort of see the wear on his tyres, you can see the tread sort of coming off now.
At this point, Corey's just toying with him, just keeping behind him, saving his ERS, saving his tyres.
Been boxed on 21 lap old medium compound tyres. That is fair from Finn. 21 laps on mediums.
I think he's going to try go for fastest laps.
Oh, this is a very nice camera again. We got the helicopter cam. We can get that on rev as well. That'd be quite nice. Nope. Okay. Oh, we got it. Got this sort of camera on Spence, so we'll keep with this. There's rev. Spence boxes 25 lap old. 25 lap old hards. That one. So Corey now will be firmly into the lead, but will he have to box again? Is the question. Spence has gone in for the soft compound tyres, like I said, so he will be faster. But he will at the very least catch up to Tadpole by the end, I believe. At the least. As there are now 0 on-track fights, apart from Wheeze and JD. Going all the way down to turn 2 now. Wheeze has the DRS, JD doesn't. So Wheeze will keep it ahead, but how long for? Wheeze is on the much fresher tyres, so he should pull away very easily. I mean very easily when I say very easily. As we now have Zoger catching up to... No, we don't. We have Z-Man catching up to Zoger. The hometown heroes here fighting for P9. But doesn't look like anything will come out of it just yet. As he has now been gapped by a second.
Well, there's a 8-second gap between Corey and Rev. It looks like Corey will be taking these tyres to the end, same with Rev.
Oh, that's Red Hawk round again.
Do you think Tadpole will take P2?
Yeah, if he can keep this gap.
It's 6 seconds, so there's a
I
possibility
think
that
Rev might pit for softs. I think he's going to risk it.
he probably will. There's nothing interesting going out the front. Any battles? No, they're just all spaced out.
Well, Spence pit on 25 lap old hard tyres, and they're not getting
You
there.
bottled it. You bottled it.
Who bottled it?
You.
So?
And the words, your wording.
I said 25 lap old.
There you go.
I said it right. Leave me alone.
Well, Finn.
Finn got the fastest lap of the race with a 1:16.4, taking that from Wheeze, which I know he's on a different compound and stuff, but that's still quite impressive.
We'll never see this from
Watch
Finn
Spence
ever.
now with his softs. Spence did pit on the 25 lap old hards. So I said it right. Don't even. I said it right, and I know I did. So will Corey, Rev, and Tadpole pit on the 25 lap old hard compound tyres?
No. I think Corey will stay out, same with Rev and Tadpole.
I feel like Rev's that risky sort of person. Spence setting a 1:15.5, showing he has much better pace if we go and look at the most recent time Corey set.
Do you think Spence can bring us back, maybe get P3?
What did Spence do? A 1:15.5?
Yeah.
He's going 3 seconds quicker than Corey. roughly 3 seconds. I'm just doing a rough before anyone in the chat goes, oh yeah, you can't do maths. Or for Ollie, because I know you're watching. But it's about 3 seconds. Bass left the session. Get him an invite back quick. Invite back.
Why would I
Sure,
know sushi boofy?
So hurry up. Hurry up and do your job. So Tadpole might get kicked off the podium here by Spence, but
Why the
Tadpole...
hell does he have to have the biggest game
Bass
ever?
branch 62234. No spaces and both B's are capitals. As we now have Spence all he's passing Tadpole, Tadpole's just let him through there.
Was it 6?
62234. As Tadpole will now have the DRS on Spence, but Tadpole has already lost loads of time, as they are now on 25 lap old hards.
How do you spell Bass Branch?
BASSBRANCH.
B-R-A...
Both B's are capital. BASSBRANCH. 6224.
No, how do you spell branch?
BRANCH. Finn's gonna kill you. Us. Finn's gonna kill us. As Spence is now kind of catching Rev. No, he's not. That's now Towery. Ignore me. All the drivers now very close together. Charity, Barker, Bassett. Sleep.
Sleeps on commentary.
Z-Man catching up to Zoger now. The hometown heroes fighting. They have not swapped positions yet. Corey stays out. 25 lap old hards. Will Rev stay out? Rev has stayed out. Tadpole stay out is the question. Tadpole has also stayed out.
I think Corey's just gonna maximise his hards, because if he pits now...
It's too late to maximise them. They're too old to maximise.
Well, you know what I mean. Get them to the end.
I think he will be caught by JD. Not JD. Why would I say JD? I mean Spence. Leave me alone.
They'll be close.
If we look at Corey's most recent lap time, he has done a 1:17.6. Spence's most recent lap time was a 1:16.5, so consistently going about a second or second and a half-ish quicker. A second and a tenth quicker, just for the specific people.
This is why he's pushing.
I might even be wrong with that too.
Just pushing, trying to get these hards to the end, and try win the...
You need to send Bass another invite.
I sent him one.
Send him another.
God's sake. Get some better internet, Bass.
Not just Wi-Fi. I've been sat on board with Z-Man for no reason. Spence now within a second of Rev. No, he's not. He's within 2 seconds of Rev.
Well...
Looks like P2 is his for the taking, or will be his for the taking.
I think Tadpole might possibly take P3. There's a possibility.
He's gonna miss out. There's already 1.5 seconds between Spence and Rev, and there's 4.7 seconds between Tadpole. There's a very close fight at the back though between the Ferrari and the Racing Point here. JD, both JRT drivers here. Slash TFR esports, whatever it's called. I don't know what it was called. Barker not making a move, but they're both taking that line pretty tight through there. On 10 lap old hard compound tires. See, I got it right and I know I did. Bass must have pit again at some point. Yeah, his AI pit him again. As he's now retaking control at the turn. I've now lost all intervals, so now you won't find out the timing gaps, but Spence is going to make a move here on Rev.
The current...
As Spence has made the move for P2.
10 seconds! Do you think Spence can close this gap?
In two laps? No.
It'll be a miracle if he does.
Oh wait, no, he's only got a close 6.
Yep.
He's only got to close about 6 seconds, hasn't he? Because Corey's got a penalty.
Yep.
Check Corey's warnings.
He has.
After his penalty. Down the back straight, main straight, we have a fight between P10 and P11, Finn and Bass. Bass all over the back of Finn, making a move into turn 1. Finn might go for the switchback, no he doesn't, and Bass has the DRS down to turn 2, but Finn tries to fight it back, maybe going around the outside. He's tired, but no, Bass closes the door. As Barker and JD are very close together again.
What do you call it? Corey only has one warning.
He could still pick up more. I want to know his tyre. I wish we could check his tyre wear. As I believe Barker did just get slightly tapped by JD. No, he didn't. Who am I watching now? How's this gone to here? What? Okay, yeah, he did get slightly tapped. Rev has now been gapped by so many seconds, 1.6 seconds. And Spence has only gained on Corey about a second this lap, so will Spence get P1? Find out in a lap and a half's time. There's a big fight at the back between a lapped car and 2 cars racing, so we'll stick with this for a minute.
Tadpole needs to find 5 temps to get P3.
Yep, I don't think he will though. Don't have very much faith, but Wheeze is all over the back of Tadpole here.
He's not.
Yes he is, look.
No, he's not. He's like 5 temps from Tadpole.
He was all over the back when I got on board.
Well, that's called lag.
As Tadpole dummies that pit stop, I think he sort of tried to. As Wheeze goes up the inside, already before the turn, attempted to make the move, and Tadpole comes across on Wheeze. Looks like there was a bit of contact made there between the Red Bull and the McLaren drivers. As Wheeze now has the inside line and takes P4 here for him.
Wheeze P3 question mark?
Possibly. If he can pull that, if he can gain that gap on the 30 lap old hard compound tyres. 30 laps he's been on these, they're definitely in punch territory now.
Tadpole 3 seconds. Oh dear.
He's still keeping his position. He wouldn't have fought back to Wheeze anyway.
He needs to find 5 temps to get P3. 4 temps.
Spence has found about 3 seconds this lap.
I don't think he'll do it. A miracle would have to come.
Nah, he's not gonna.
2 temps. This is close. 1 tenth.
Corey's across the line to be your winner, but here we are deciding P3 as Spence comes along across line P2, deciding P3 now. We'll find out. Nah, it's not. He didn't get 3 seconds, did he? Didn't get the gap. Wheeze comes home.
Oh.
3,000ths of a sec. 300ths? 3,000ths? 300ths, yes.
God.
300ths of a second.
Oh.
Well done to Rev and Tadpole for taking those tyres 31 laps.
Oh.
31 laps.
That was a very good race.
So here we have, as your finishing here today, Corey P1, Spence P2, Wheeze P3, Rev P4 in his Alfa Romeo reserve debut, Tadpole P5, JD P6, Barker P7, Zoger P8, Z-Man P9, Bass in his Alfa Romeo reserve sort of debut, his Alfa Romeo debut but not his F1 debut. P11 because Finn took P10 just then, at the last second.
As this is the end of the race, of course Spence will be
Spence deserves that, definitely.
pushed to his maximum. But as we come to the podium now, big man, Big Man Corey winning, and Spence P2 and Weeze P3. Are we ending it off? You want me to?
Nope. Not allowed to yet.
Are you gonna end off? You said the ending message. Yes.
Nope. So it's also perfectly ended on 100 minutes of streaming. Wow. Here we have your podium of Corey, Spence, and Weeze? Yeah, Weeze. That's before he was already left the session. So, here you go. Corey P1, Spence P2, Weeze P3, as I already said. That will be the end of TFR F1 today. I'm doing it sharp. Go away. That will be the end of TFR F1 today, as we will be back next week. No, we'll be back on Wednesday for TFRR, and then we will be back on Saturday for
F2?
TFR F2 Round 2 around Zandvoort, and then back the same time next week for F1 around Belgium, I believe.
Good night.
So we will see you then.